It starts with a whisper. Maybe it happens when your head hits the pillow at night. Maybe it happens when you open your eyes in the morning before your feet even touch the cold floor. It is a voice inside your head. It says, "What if? What if I made a mistake? What if they don't like me? What if I lose everything?" It spins and spins like a wheel stuck in the mud. The more you try to push it, the deeper it sinks. You feel a tightness in your chest. Your breath gets short. The world feels heavy, like the air has turned into water and you are slowly sinking. You are not alone in this feeling. You might think this is a modern problem caused by phones and emails and the constant noise of the city. But it isn't. This feeling is old. It is as old as the human heart. 2,500 years ago, in a land of dust and heat, a man sat under a tree and felt the exact same way. He saw people worrying. He saw them carrying invisible burdens on their backs. And he told a story, a very simple story, to help them put the burden down. I want you to imagine a forest. Close your eyes for a moment if you can. Imagine the sound of the wind moving through the high leaves of the trees. The air is warm. You can smell the scent of damp earth and old wood. The sunlight is coming through the leaves and patches, dappled light dancing on the ground. In this forest, imagine a warrior. He is strong, he is capable, but he is walking through a dangerous place. Suddenly, out of the shadows, snap! A sound. Then a sharp impact. An arrow strikes him. It hits his arm. It burns. It stings. It is a sharp, hot pain. The warrior looks at the arrow. He feels the blood. He feels the shock. This is the first arrow. It is painful. It is real. But then something strange happens. Instead of pulling the arrow out, instead of binding the wound, the warrior begins to think. He thinks, why did this happen to me? He thinks, I was so stupid to walk this way. He thinks, this wound will get infected. I will lose my arm. If I lose my arm, I cannot work. If I cannot work, my family will starve. I will die alone in this forest. His mind races. His heart pounds faster than the pain of the wound. He worries about the pain. He gets angry at the archer. He fears the future. He regrets the past. In doing this, the Buddha said, the man shoots himself with a second arrow. The first arrow is the event. The second arrow is the story. The first arrow was shot by the world. The second arrow was shot by the man himself. And here is the truth. The first arrow hurts. It is uncomfortable. But the second arrow is where the suffering lives. The second arrow is usually 10 times more painful than the first. Let's look at your life today. What is your first arrow? Maybe someone said something mean to you at work. That is the first arrow. It stings. It hurts your feelings. That is natural. But then you go home, you sit on your couch, and you shoot the second arrow. You say to yourself, they hate me. Everyone hates me. I am not good at my job. I am going to get fired. You replay the moment over and over and over. The mean comment happened once. It lasted 5 seconds. But because of the second arrow, you have been in pain for 5 hours. You have taken a small scratch and turned it into a deep wound. Maybe your first arrow is a bill you cannot pay right now. It is stressful, that is real. But the second arrow says, I am a failure. I will never have money. I am going to be homeless. Do you see the difference? The first arrow is what happens to you. The second arrow is what you say about it. The ancient teachers taught us something very important. They taught us that we cannot stop the first arrow. Life is full of first arrows. People will be rude. Cars will break down. It will rain on your wedding day. Bodies get sick. We lose things we love. This is the nature of being alive. No one, not even the wisest monk, can avoid the first arrow. But the second arrow is optional. You do not have to shoot it. You can leave the bow on the ground. So, how do we stop shooting ourselves? How do we stop the overthinking? It starts with noticing. When you feel that tightness in your chest, when your mind starts to race, I want you to pause. Take a deep breath, in and out. Ask yourself, where is the pain coming from? Is it happening right now, or is it a story I am telling myself? Imagine you are looking at two boxes. Label the first box, what is actually happening. Label the second box, what I am adding to it. What is actually happening is usually very small. I am sitting in a chair, my stomach feels tight. I received an email. That is manageable. You can handle that. What I am adding to it is huge. The future is ruined. Everything is wrong. That is too heavy to carry. Let's try a practice together. Right now. Think of something that is worrying you. Just one thing. Maybe it is a task you have to do tomorrow. Feel the worry. Notice where it sits in your body. Is it in your belly? Your throat? Now, strip away the story. Take away the what if. Take away the I can't. Take away the it will be terrible. What is left? Just a task. Just a moment in time. The Buddha taught that when we feel pain, we should treat it like a guest. We say, I see you, pain. You are here. We do not invite the rest of the family, fear, anger, and regret, to come in for dinner as well. Just the pain. When you only have to deal with the first arrow, you become very strong. If you are sick, you just rest. You don't worry about wasting time. You just rest. If you are sad, you just cry. You don't tell yourself you are weak. You just cry. You keep it simple. Listen to the sound of my voice. You are safe here. The past is a memory. It cannot hurt you now. The future is a dream. It has not happened yet. All you have is this moment. And in this moment, there are no arrows. There is just the rise and fall of your breath. There is an old saying, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. Overthinking is the art of creating problems that do not exist yet. It is the art of shooting arrows into the sky and waiting for them to fall on your own head. Tonight, or today, whenever you catch yourself worrying, I want you to visualize that warrior in the forest. See him looking at the scratch on his arm. See him reaching for his bow to shoot the second arrow of fear. And I want you to see him stop. See him take a deep breath. See him drop the bow. He tends to the wound. He walks on. He is free. You can do this too. You can handle the first arrow. You have survived 100% of your bad days so far. You are stronger than you think. Put down the bow. Stop the story. Come back to the now. Take one last deep breath with me. In, filling your lungs with fresh, clean air. Hold it for a moment. And out. Letting go of the stories. Letting go of the what ifs. You are here. You are okay. Walk gently today.